Hi, so I read Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross this month. This is the prequel to the Divine Rivals trilogy. And I thought it was great. It takes place further back in time in that universe before the original duology takes place, and it tells the backstory of one of the goddesses, and yeah, it was really good. I did have mixed feelings on this book overall because I felt like some of the pacing was questionable, and I don't know, I couldn't fully get into it, but I did love the love story between Matilda and Vincent. I thought they were really great and compelling as characters, and I thought Matilda was wonderful as a main character. I also love a redhead. I just love picturing them in my head. And, the hair is so vibrant and so beautiful. Um, and yeah. But basically, I actually love. Okay, somebody. Okay. Larry Reeds was talking about how this was a book club for her this was a book club pick for one of the months. I think it was last month, and she didn't finish it because she didn't like it, and I kind of saw what she meant because it was a little slow. I feel like, and it took a while to pick up, or things would just take too long. I just thought when we were in I'm gonna be as vague as possible without spoiling. I just thought when we were in the middle of um the story and bad things kept happening to the main character, um that was really questionable. It would cause me to feel discouraged and put down the book and not really want to pick it back up and procrastinate reading it. So it did take me way longer to read than it normally does to take me to read a book that I really like, just because the world felt really punishing and cruel and almost too high stakes in a sense. In the sense that like yeah, but I actually did really her backstory. And it's not like I expect things to be all sunshine and rainbows and fluffy all the time, but I just feel like there could have been a better balance in the writing of things going wrong and things going right for our main characters and the main couple. But I absolutely loved the ending and how things were sort of put together at the end. Again, I'm trying to be vague so I don't spoil anything, but yeah. I also think the cover's really pretty on this edition. I don't know if this is I got this a while ago when it came out. I don't know if this is a special edition or something that came out, but there's black sprayed edges. The cover art is really beautiful, and then when you take off the dust jacket, this is the part that's really cool. Hold on. As well as the inside cover, but I will show you in a second. Look at that. You get a cover art of the main characters, and that's what Matilda and Vincent look like. And yeah, and you get the meadow where they lay down and stuff and really progress their relationship. That was part of it. And I just am realizing I didn't even tell you what this was about. Fully. So basically, Matilda is a goddess in the Divine Rivals universe, and that's what this. So the first part is about her growing up and her being a child and her having to be raised a certain way. She kind of had to be raised to fight a lot and be tough, and she was a goddess and a herald, which means a goddess of messenger. So, it is really confusing if you don't know the world or really well or stuff. But I'm gonna do my best to explain it. But basically, her power wasn't much, so she wasn't in total danger. But her mom still wanted her to be okay and to fight, so she employed one of her friends to help her. So that's fine. And then she starts visiting this mortal boy in his dreams and stuff through scrolls one of her friends, Alva, gives her. um and they become friends that way from uh through his dreams essentially. And but long story short, something bad happens. Matilda can't visit him in his dreams anymore. And he doesn't really know that, and he starts trying to communicate with her, and he doesn't really like, she doesn't really get it. It doesn't reach her for several reasons. I'm like trying hard to like not spoil and dance around the different topics, and so he becomes like very cynical and doesn't believe in the gods anymore. Doesn't trust them. Feels like they're not really there for him, and yeah. But then 13 years later, when Matilda gets some sort of like letter or message with like a mission, and it's basically about Vincent, and she hasn't seen Vincent since she was a child, to like save his life. So she goes and sees him and saves his life, and the novel is basically about that. So, I do like recommend it, especially if you like this. This was like a 5-star for some people, and I see why it would be, because I think the writing is really beautiful and stuff. Like I said, the pacing just didn't do it for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not in like the mood for like a high stakes fantasy right now, like borderline dystopian. Because I'm trying to like listen to this other dystopian book on an audiobook right now, and I don't know, it's not doing it for me. So maybe it's a me thing, maybe it's a mood thing, maybe I need to revisit this when I'm in a better mood. But I did still give it like a pretty good rating. I think I gave it like a 3.75 stars, because like bordering on 4 stars, just because like I said, I really liked the writing, and I really liked the main characters and the main couple. Like I thought their love story was beautiful. I absolutely loved Matilda as a main character. I would get frustrated for her when things would repeatedly go wrong and like not her way. Like I said, just because the world was so cruel and like punishing at times, but like I don't know, man. Yeah, so I think I have to be craving this more to read it or something, or I don't know. But the pacing just really didn't do it for me. It slowed me down a lot. It took me like way longer to read this book than normal. But I don't regret reading this at all. So, like I said, I liked it. I did not love it. But if you are interested, or you like Rebecca Ross, or you want to like read the Divine Rivals prequel that this is, I will leave this book linked below for you. Um, don't let anything I've said deter you from reading it or like giving it a try, especially if you're really excited to read this. You might love it like even more than me or I did, because I don't know, I just had like a weird experience with it. Good, but like not perfect by any means. Okay. But I think I'm gonna shut up now. And that's all I wanted to say. Bye, y'all.